TV main event time is Dante and Tim Ernesto with Cannibal Lecter in their corner taking on the hardcore icon Gypsy Joe and Nick Fury. Joe's not wanting to wait here.
Four very tough guys in this match, Lee. The Demon of Destruction, Dante, with nearly 2 decades in this territory. I tell you what, you don't hang around that long without being tough.
Dante with that boot back on now this week as Joe's got him up in the corner. Dante trying to spin him around and does. And a big chop there by Dante and a second one to Joe. Joe's going to just spin him around. And here's some of them Gypsy Joe chops for him. Punch to the gut there, and Joe just chopping away.
Listen to the flash.
Joe with a big hip toss there on Dante and a tag into Nick Fury. Fury coming in now.
Nick Fury, the 2000 Rookie of the Year. He's taking on a lot of great veterans in his home state, and he's going to take on a lot more here in NWA main event.
The New Age Assassin Tim Ernesto in with a side headlock there on Fury, just working the head of Fury. Backs him in, shoots him off his Fury. Shoulder tackle by Ernesto, takes him down. Fury now drop down Ernesto, gets the ropes, comes back off. Hip toss by Fury, takes him down. Fury waiting for him to come back up, and whoa, Dante pulling Ernesto over. It looks like he was trying to tag himself in, but Ernesto didn't want no part of Nick Fury right there.
He slipped the hip toss in on him, caught Ernesto reeling.
And Joe trying to come in.
There's Joe. He's going to look out for the young wrestler this morning. He's going to watch him in there with his 2 great veterans.
Working that left arm once again straight into the arm bars, Nick Fury. Fury been here a couple of weeks now. Made a name for himself rather quickly as an X-Star here, and he's taking on self-proclaimed King of the X-Stars, Tim Ernesto.
A lot of big wins, and we'll see how he'll match up here this morning.
Joe in now and just taking it to Tim Ernesto in the corner. Takes it by his hair, just going to flip him over by his hair.
Throwing him around.
Is Gypsy Joe in control here of Tim Ernesto, takes him in the corner again. Ernesto reverses him into the corner, tries those chops once again, and I don't think the chops are going to have much effect on the hardcore icon Gypsy Joe. Joe delivering chops of his own, taking Ernesto, and a big hip toss of his own.
You hear the flesh sounding off Lee.
And a tag into Fury. Fury comes in, backs him in, whips him hard into the corner. Full head of steam. He gets the boot up. Oh, let's take a look at that again. It's Nick Fury. Full head of steam, gets that boot up, and Ernesto just kicks him smooth in the nose. And back to action with Dante in the ring, ramming the head of Nick Fury into the top turnbuckle and a tag into the New Age Assassin, Tim Ernesto. And this is the tag team that you need to be scared of, Dante and Ernesto, when they get to working on someone like Nick Fury right now.
They have a sick relationship based around hurting people, and right now their experience is paying off against young Nick Fury.
Ernesto just ripping at the face of Nick Fury. Now got him up underneath the chin, and Gypsy Joe coming in, just a right hand on Tim Ernesto, breaks the hold, but then no tag, and Dante's in now, stomping away a mud hole in the back of Nick Fury.
Throwing the rule book out the window here this morning.
Dante pulling Fury up to his feet, now takes him, backs him into the ropes, and whips him across. Fury comes across, ducks the clothesline, comes in, big cross body, taking Dante down for the cover, doesn't hook the leg, only a 2, a kick out by Dante, back up to his feet, and a huge clothesline about decapitates Nick Fury.
Nearly ripped his head off, Lee.
Right down straight into the choke, and Gypsy Joe not wanting to wait for a tag here, threatening the referee. That might not be something he wants to do. He's not helping out his partner too much. Ernesto in, no tag, now headbutt by Ernesto.
Taking it to young Nick Fury. It's been a great morning here, and it's going to be a great night of action tonight in Columbia. Whatever doesn't get taken care of in Columbia tonight will spill over tomorrow to Murfreesboro. 5 o'clock, the TV taping. Sundays at the Borough, Lee.
As Ernesto taking it to Fury, backs him in the corner. Tim Ernesto whipping Fury hard into the other corner. Ernesto, full head of steam, goes through. Fury out of the way and drops it to Lupus across the second turnbuckle as Ernesto, as he is now down. Fury desperately needs to tag Gypsy Joe, and he does.
He got him in.
Joe comes in, and he's going to come in like a house of fire, taking it to Dante and Tim Ernesto. The big right hands from the hardcore legend Gypsy Joe, and turned off, just cut off by a poke to the eyes and a headbutt by Ernesto.
They're getting on him, Lee.
Lecter's going to get him a little, and Lecter throwing in. What is that? Lecter threw in a rope. He's some kind of...
Oh, no, they're going to tie him up.
They're tying up Nick Fury with what looks like a yellow belt from a karate uniform.
They're tying him up. Give Fury credit. He fought him as hard as he could this morning. What's going to happen to Gypsy Joe if they tie him up?
They tied Fury up on the far side of the ring, and Cannibal Lecter still. With the saw! Ernesto just hit Gypsy Joe smooth between the eyes with the saw. Don't tell me that Ernesto is going to do what he's done week after week to Gypsy Joe now. Ernesto with that saw. Oh, you can see it. He is sawing the flesh of Gypsy Joe. Ernesto has gone plumb out of control here, as now he's taking that hacksaw that handsaw to the face, the forehead of Gypsy Joe. Shane Eaton in the ring trying to save Joe now, and Lecter and Dante and Ernesto nailing Shane Eaton and just incapacitates him. Back with that saw to the forehead of Gypsy Joe, just ripping the flesh of the hardcore icon. Joe bleeding profusely in the center of the ring from the hands of Dante and Tim Ernesto. Shane Eaton trying to get him to stop here. What's going to happen tonight? Columbia, Tennessee, Dante and Ernesto against Shane Eaton and Gypsy Joe. Columbia tonight.
Be there.
I know you come from the devils. I know you come from hell. But let me tell you something. You know how crazy this man is? You don't know how crazy he is, do you? You're stupid. He's coming to get you, and I'm coming right behind him. And not only are you in for the fear of your life, but you're in for the death match. This man ain't taking no more. He's been to China. He's been to damn Mexico. He's been everywhere. You're not going to hurt him. And I tell you what, you come bring your little long-haired beep down my way, and we're going to take care of business because you don't mess with my pops.
Let me tell you people a little story about a little skinny kid named Speedy Talltree that used to be in this territory a long, long time ago, who was fed to a couple of maniacs like Tojo Yamamoto. And you, Gypsy Joe, I'm talking to you. You want to bring goofy Shane Eaton out here to do your talking, and you want to beat yourself in the head with a chain? Well, I sawed your head open today. You think this saw means something to me? Well, it does. It means that I took it to you like nobody's ever took it to you before. Gypsy Joe, this goes back a long way. See, my dad, he used to play cruel tricks on me. He used to send me in there with animals like you so I could get beat down and be the person that I am today. So Gypsy Joe tonight in Columbia, this is personal. You want me? You want to bring goofy Shane Eaton up there with you? Well, let me tell you something, man. I ain't scared of you, Gypsy Joe. It's my day. It's my day. It's not your day anymore. Your day's over. You're dead and buried like that Jap. Let me tell you something, Gypsy. Tonight in Columbia, we're getting down like you've never got down before. I'm going to cut your head off, man. And if you think that this is going to be over after tonight, you're damn right. Tell him, Dante.
You better believe it. Tonight, Gypsy Joe, Shane Eaton, you lace them up tight and you throw it loud, because we're hot and we're going to take care of business tonight. Bring it tonight, Shane Eaton. Gypsy Joe, we're going to beat you to the man.
NWA main event, Lee Tidwell and Jeff the Crippler Daniels here with you this Saturday morning. Big action in the ring. The Heartbreakers, the NWA Mid-America Tag Team Champions, taking on Donnie Eaton and Gypsy Joe. A big night tonight in Columbia, Jeff.
Big night tonight. It was a big night Tuesday night in Murfreesboro. Gypsy Joe taking it to young John Caesar right here. Tagging in Donnie Eaton.
Eaton comes with a boot right to the side of Caesar and then working over that left arm. Then tag right back into Joe. These two tagging in quickly here this morning.
Gypsy Joe, big shot right in the back of that shoulder blade on John Caesar. Oh, boy, he grabbed right into that pressure point.
I always wondered what them pressure points were until somebody grabbed me.
Hey, I tell you what, man, it'll sure take a big man to his knees quick. Gypsy Joe, oh, that's one of the hardest heads in wrestling. You want to talk about Caesar's head being hard. Look where he's at, and Gypsy Joe's still standing.
And Joe telling Larry Valentine to come on in the ring and get him some.
Well, you know, tonight in Columbia, you talking about big night tonight in Columbia, the Heartbreakers and Lone Star were to meet Sudden Impact and Kodiak. But due to the severities of injuries suffered last Saturday night, Lee, as you know, Kodiak is laid up for 3 weeks now, re-injuring that recently broken ankle. And Steve Lane's having some back problems. I know he had to go to the doctor yesterday. And word coming down around the office that Chris Gatlin's looking for some partners quick. And from what I understand, there's some guys willing to step up. Donnie Eaton going for a cover.
And only a two count, a big, massive kick out there by John Caesar. And Caesar comes up and gets caught right in the arm drag by Donnie Eaton into the arm bar. Big night of action tonight in Columbia, Tennessee. Freddy's Auction House and Sportatorium. Hey, the only wrestling in the Mid-South on Saturdays that matters is NWA main event right there in Columbia, Tennessee. Joe back in the ring now, still working on that left arm of John Caesar. And Gypsy Joe pretty much showed John Caesar who had the hardest head, as you said, Jeff.
I tell you what, these fans down in Murfreesboro and Columbia and all over the Mid-South here, they love Gypsy Joe. I can't, every week these guys right here, they've got signs proclaiming him he's the hardcore legend. They want Gypsy Joe. I tell you, those fans down in Murfreesboro, they love Joe.
especially Captain Iguana. He's like the president of the Gypsy Joe fan club.
That's true, Lee. Donnie Eaton putting a lot of pressure on that shoulder. Caesar coming up now. Let's see what he's going to do.
Caesar backing Eaton up into the corner. The referee, Jerry, calling for a clean break here, and I'm not so sure. Nope, we'll see one out of the Heartbreakers as he starts just ramming the shoulders right into the gut of Donnie Eaton. Now John Caesar setting him up. Going to pull him back over and tag in Larry Valentine. Valentine in a big uppercut right in the gut of Donnie Eaton. Then that overhand right between the eyes. Now takes Eaton back to the ropes, whips him across. Eaton now ducks the clothesline, goes back across. Crossbody taking Valentine down. Now down for the cover. 2 and a kick out there by Valentine, who comes right back up with a massive clothesline on Donnie Eaton, and then just slugs Joe for no reason.
I tell you what, it's the first chance we got to see Larry Valentine this morning. John Caesar's been taking the brunt of it. There's that hard head we were talking about, but he still couldn't stand up to the head of the hardcore legend, Gypsy Joe. But with Valentine's wily ring presence and the raw, pure strength of John Caesar, these guys have been the Mid-America champions for some time now, Lee.
And so now double teaming Donnie Eaton, whips him in, goes back through the double shoulder tackle, taking Eaton down. And Caesar now down goes for the cover, 2. And Eaton able to roll that left shoulder up.
Well, you know, you say what you want to. Ronnie Brown's money accounts for a lot of things with the family. But I'd say even without Ronnie Brown's money, the Heartbreakers are a team to definitely be reckoned with. And I think they can hold their own with or without Ronnie Brown. And Larry Valentine taking some shots at the short ribs on Donnie Eaton now.
Takes him, backs him in, whips him across. Eaton comes off, goes for a sunset flip on Valentine, trying to get him over. There was a blind tag there.
I don't think Eaton realized that there's a kick right in the back of the head.
I don't know if the referee saw it, but he's going to let it allow anyways. As Caesar dropping a knee now down for the cover. 2 count, and Eaton able to get that right shoulder up.
I tell you what, there's some big things happening down in Columbia now. What's Caesar doing? He's going for, hey, Ron.
He blocked it, hooked him into the small package, 2, and a kick out there by Caesar. Caesar now first one to his feet, waiting on Eaton, comes up with a big left-handed clothesline.
Boy, he caught him right under the chin with that and jerked Donnie's boots right out from under him. Gypsy Joe on the outside, he's complaining to the referee about the use of the hair. Joe's wanting to get in that ring bad.
Ramming his head into the top turnbuckle, and Eaton now trying to fire back on Caesar. Get to the gut a couple of punches, and Caesar with a jawbreaker. Didn't quite get the full effects of it. Now takes him, whips Eaton hard into it. Gets the foot up as Eaton on Caesar. Donnie Eaton now taking him, goes for a DDT. It didn't quite plan him the way he wanted to, but it's enough to get Caesar down.
Well, I tell you what, Caesar's a big boy, and it's hard to move him around if he don't want to go.
Caesar with the tag into Valentine, and there's one to Gypsy Joe, and Valentine backing up as Joe comes in the ring. Oh, what a chop by Joe. She just nails Valentine. There's another one. And Joe just chopping away on the tag team champions.
Yeah, I tell you, Joe can chop, man. I've had him hit me so hard the hair on my chest made it look like ground meat.
All 4 men in the ring now as Joe's going to throw Valentine outside. Reversal there by Caesar, Eaton in hard. Boot up right to the face of John Caesar. Valentine now on the outside with Joe. So our camera's going to stay inside the ring with Donnie Eaton and John Caesar. Eaton trying to take it to Caesar. It looks like Caesar might just be playing possum with him since Eaton's pretty much just punching him in the head. Oh, and Joe just whopped the money man Ronnie Brown right upside the head. And a DDT there by Donnie Eaton on Caesar in the ring. Joe on top of Ronnie Brown is Eaton now going up to the second rope. Punch to the gut there by Valentine, who comes back in, takes him on his shoulder, and a huge power slam center of the ring by Larry Valentine. Now Caesar, he's going to fly headbutt right to the temple of Donnie Eaton. Rolls him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, you can count it to 100. 3 counts. Your winners, the tag team champions, John Caesar and Larry Valentine, the Heartbreakers. We'll be right back.
For those of you watching NWA Main Event Television, you always see this man, a true living legend in the wrestling world, Gypsy Joe. Last Saturday night, he was involved in a match where he teamed up with Shane and Bubba Orton. They took on the team of Dante, Steve, Bragg, and Cannibal, Lecter. Well, during the match, Dante pulled out a fluorescent light tube, as you can see, looked over Gypsy's shoulder and opened up his arm up, so he will not be wrestling. But I think Gypsy asked for some time here to talk about Mr. Dante. So take it away, Gypsy.
Well, I just want to say, I spent time
And Dante attacking Gypsy Joe with that loaded boot, just hit him in the head as Joe tried to have an interview with Sean Neal. Wait a minute, Cannibal, Lecter, Steve Bragg breaking the table into the ring. They're beating the fire out of him. after they already decimated him last Saturday with that light bulb, that fluorescent light tube in Columbia, Tennessee, with the table setting it up here. And what are they going to do to Joe? Is they're still just beating him with that loaded boot? They're still beating, trying to beat the fire out of him, get some sense into his head or something, as they're still just beating the fire out of him. They got the table set up now, and they're taking Joe and going to put him up on the table, and his head's already been lacerated. Look at the blood just dripping from the head of Gypsy Joe. As it just, I can't believe what they're doing now is they're holding him down there. Oh, they're whipping him. They're whipping him like a government mule with that belt right across the back of the hardcore icon of NWA main event, Gypsy Joe. Lecter and Steve Bragg still just hold. Look at the blood pouring the crimson mask on the face of Gypsy Joe as they're just wearing him out with that belt. We need to get some help out here. Look at the whelps. Eric Andrews out running them out. Now there's Nick Fury. And you see the whelps on the back of Joe and the bloody face that was once the face of Gypsy Joe. We're going to take a break, try to sort this out. We'll be right back.
Gypsy Joe, tonight, Columbia, Tennessee. Brother, I thought you had enough last week, but you're so stupid. You're so old and stupid, you keep coming back for more. The light bulb wasn't enough for you. I tried to show you the light, Joe, but you didn't see it. But tonight in Columbia, brother, you're going to feel the leather strap. We're going to be strapped 12 foot apart. There's no way for you to run, Joe. Give it up while you can. Because, brother, you see this leather. It'll take the hide right off your back, and you see that today on TV. Ain't you learned your lesson? Tonight you will learn your lesson, Joe. I'm taking care of you once and for all.
The next match scheduled for NWA Main Event Television was with the hardcore icon Gypsy Joe and Cannibal Lecter. Of course, where Cannibal Lecter is, Tim Ernesto and Dante will not be far behind. Once the match started, Dante slid up underneath the ring and grabbed a shovel that they had hidden and started repeatedly beating Gypsy Joe in the back and in the top of the head. Due to the graphic nature of that beating by Ernesto and Dante, the censors will not let us show this match here on television this morning. Gypsy Joe, hurt badly, will be in Columbia tonight. Dante and Tim Ernesto have strong words about what happened to Gypsy Joe.
You know, Dante, tonight in Columbia, it's you again, Gypsy Joe. You know, man, this is getting redundant, isn't it? Redundant. We beat him and beat him. You know what? This is payback for a long time ago when me, Dante, and a lot of other guys that were around used to take beatings from you, and Tojo Yamamoto used to take that stick and beat guys half to death. Well, see, I was a young kid then, but I ain't no more. And see, what's happened, Joe, is you've overstayed your welcome, man. It's not your time anymore. You're done, man. It's my time. It's Dante's time. It's other guys' time that are coming up, man, who are digging and trying to get a spot on these cards that you're contaminating our roster. You get it, Joe? I'm going to put you out, man. I'm going to finish this damn thing once and for all, because tonight in Columbia, I don't know what the match is. It doesn't really even make any difference. It's like this. Cannibal is a young, upcoming guy, man, who wants to make a name in this business, and we're going to turn him loose on you. That's what you think, but you got to deal with me, Joe, for all those beatings I took. I'm going to make you bleed, old man. I'm going to make you hurt, and I'm going to make you cry. And the last thing I do in this business, it's going to be to put you out. Because, see, you're like a dad to all these guys around here. They're intimidated. You got them snowed over, Joe. You got them convinced that you're a bad man. Well, I'm the bad man, not you. You want some? Tonight in Columbia, we're going to end it all. Dante, I don't know if you got anything to say. I think I've said it all, brother. Tonight in Columbia, it's over with.
Welcome back into NWA Main Event as Gypsy Joe coming off a big win over Dante last night in Nashville. And today on television, his opponent, Forrest Bump, who I don't think is going to fare too well with the hardcore legend.
I don't think so either. Matter of fact, I'm kind of glad to see that Gypsy Joe and Dante are pretty much ending their battle, but I was talking to Dante during the commercial break, and he told me he's moving on to bigger and better things. He's tired of taking on Gypsy Joe.
As Joe now just taking it to Forrest Bump, those chops and chokes right there blatantly in front of the referee. You can see the taped shoulder. And that was from Tommy Big Figure last Saturday night in Columbia, Tennessee, after Joe's match with Dante. Big Figure running in. There's a disqualification. Didn't even get to tell you my story. Big Figure running in, wrapping Joe up in barbed wire. Now, Joe's just trying to take apart Forrest Bump here.
Well, as I pointed out last week, Tommy Big Figure's back, and he's back to prove a point. He's come back with a...
Speaking of Big Figure, there he is attacking the hardcore legend Gypsy Joe from behind. And Big Figure doesn't really care who he's going to beat up here. He's picked out Gypsy Joe. That cane shot right to the head. And then just trying to wear out the back there with the cane. And Charles and Big Figure attacking Gypsy Joe here on NWA Main Event Television. And there's that cane right to the throat.
Charming Charles, the smartest manager in wrestling, and he is here to prove a point with Big Figure that Big Figure is a title holder. He should be holding some type of belt.
Big Figure was the television champion, had to forfeit that belt with that shoulder injury, and now taking it to Gypsy Joe. These two will meet tonight in Columbia in a hardcore rules match. Gypsy Joe and Tommy Big Figure, and Gypsy Joe already bleeding here.
They're opening him up with that cane. You can never trust Charming Charles with that cane. It is just as dangerous as his wrestlers.
Small laceration in the forehead of Gypsy Joe, and they just keep pounding on it and pounding on it, trying to rip him open more.
Smartest man in the ring right now is referee Michael White, as he's trying to keep away from this beating.
Tommy Big Figure just decimating Gypsy Joe here. Like I said, tonight, Columbia, Tennessee, these two will meet hardcore match.
Gypsy Joe, this is no laughing matter. This is serious business. This is you dancing with death, Mr. D himself. Last week in Columbia, Tennessee, Tommy Big Figure wrapped you in barbed wire. He hurt you, Joe. He had you screaming like a little girl. Today, we opened you up. We gassed you like a hog. Tell him, Tommy.
Gypsy Joe, they say you're a legend. They say you're the king of hardcore. Well, there's a new king of hardcore in town, and his name is Tommy Big Figure. Don't get it wrong. I ain't coming for you to pass the torch. I'm coming to snuff yours out.
There's the hardcore icon of NWA Main Event, Gypsy Joe, and Shane Eaton teaming up to take on Torch Hudson and the Commando.
They're not wasting any time. Lee is Gypsy Joe with big headbutt on the Commando. Shane Eaton taking it to Torch Hudson over there. Big leg drop.
Shane Eaton and Gypsy Joe now for the cover. Pulls him up. Joe not showing any of the effects from last week with the saw being drug across his forehead by Tim Ernesto and Dante, and cutting the forehead. Then last Saturday in Columbia, Tennessee, the big match there. Tonight, they're back in Columbia. Shane Eaton and Gypsy Joe teaming up to take on Dante and Tim Ernesto. No time limit, no disqualification.
I tell you what, it got out of hand last Saturday night, Lee, from what I understand, and I don't expect anything any different, as the hardcore legend himself, Gypsy Joe, is vowed to get revenge for having his head sawed open by Dante and Ernesto. He is kicking a hole in Pilot Light Hudson right here on NWA TV this morning.
Joe picking up Hudson down, a big head, but trying to get his hands up the block. It was Hudson, but Joe with that, what, Abdullah-type head?
I tell you, when he puts that big bolo headbutt right in your heart, you think back to the days of Stan Stasiak and that heart punch. When Joe gets a running start and gives you that big bolo headbutt right in the heart, it'll definitely take you wind and make you see stars. Shane Eaton.
Big chop there on Hudson. Now picks him up, going for the side slam. Eaton spinning around, side slam, center of the ring. And Eaton and Gypsy Joe have become a very good tag team here.
NWA Main Event's odd couple, Styling Shane Eaton and the hardcore legend Gypsy Joe, have became a tremendous tag team. They have worked well together, quick tags in and out of the ring, and it looks like the two of them have found a home here together, and they're taking it to Dante and Ernesto. No holds barred. Ask no quarter and give none, Lee.
Breaking the eyes, there's Gypsy Joe, then down for a blatant choke. And Joe's been around long enough, he really don't care if he's going to choke him or not. Look at Joe. Joe having fun.
I don't think he's choking, Lee. I think he's trying to dislocate his jaw.
I thought I dislocated Alex's jaw the other day.
Oh, I tell you, that's the, oh!
What a chop there by Gypsy Joe, as Joe's just taking it to Hudson. All Joe cares about is just dispensing pain to every single person that steps in the ring with him. He just stomps him in the face.
Right in the chin. I think he was trying to dislocate that chin.
Tag into Eaton now. Shane Eaton, the styling one. In here, NWA Main Event Television now. Shane Eaton setting up Torch Hudson. And rolls him through with a water maneuver. Now down for the cover. Only a 2 count and kick out there by Torch Hudson.
Commando trying to get his 2 cents worth in there. I don't think once he gets in the ring, he's going to want his Shane's tattooing Torch Hudson.
Bite him now. Shane Eaton biting the face of Torch Hudson.
They're gearing up for Dante and Ernesto. There's no doubt about it. They're ready for him. Tonight's the night. And it's going to get wild and woolly. There's Commando in. Joe catches him right up underneath the chin.
And Gypsy Joe just tried to, oh, there's the headbutt right between the eyes of Commando. That might have smooth knocked him out there. Joe in the ring with Commando. And I don't think Joe or Shane Eaton's had very much trouble in this match here. Just kicking the fire out of Commando. Big night tonight, Columbia, Tennessee. Freddy's Auction House and Sportatorium, 8 p.m. bell time. You saw the card earlier. Not going to bore you with that. Also, tomorrow night, Columbia, Tennessee. Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 5 p.m. bell time. TV tape in the Inferno Bar.
Oh, what a chair shot by Gypsy Joe right to Commando's back. Another one.
And the referee just said, ooh. I don't think anybody's going to tell Joe no, as Joe standing over Commando now picks him up. Joe throwing him to the outside. Now he's grabbing Torch Hudson, just going to pull him in.
I don't think Joe or Shane either one care a darn bit about winning this match today. They're just dealing punishment, and they're steady talking smack to Dante and Ernesto.
Eaton now setting up the chair. He said, this is for you, Dante. Eaton now taking Torch Hudson. Scoops him up. Slams him down. Now what's he going to do? Eaton. Superstar. Against the ropes. On the chair comes up the big Stalin leg drop right across the throat of Torch Hudson.
Shades of the Stalinators. He dropped that big leg on him. Shane's going to the
top rope. What's Shane Eaton going to do? Big moonsault by Shane Eaton. 1, 2, 3. There's your winners. Let's look at that again with Eaton to the top rope in the huge moonsault by the Stalin one. There's your winners, Shane Eaton and Gypsy Joe. But tonight, can they do the same thing to Dante and Ernesto? We'll be right back.
Tim, Ernesto, and Dante, let me first of all say how stupid you really are. See, not only have you agitated this man, not only have you cut him open, but you've cheated during the whole daggum process of it all. Now, let me tell you something about cheaters. This man right here is a natural born cheater. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, you don't understand. Hold on, let me tell you like this. This man is completely freaking psycho. Look at this. Do you want to understand what it means to agitate a man so far down into your skin that you just want to beat the living out of him? Do you understand? Okay, well, come Saturday night in Columbia, this is our town. And we're going to be taking care of it just like we always will. You are the man, we are the warriors. You are the devil's disciples, we are the angels sent from up above. Brother, you're going to come down to Columbia and you're going to expect the unexpected because you never know what you're in store for, do you? Come down here Saturday night, Columbia. Ooh, with the moons. Your ours.
Gypsy Joe, I know we got started on the wrong foot last week, but you're still my hero. And tonight, you're not only my hero,
Wait a minute, I'll call you back.
You're my tag team partner. Just think of it. We could be the champs, Joe. Gypsy Joe and Gypsy Jason, how about it?
Man, let's go see what can you do about it.
First match in the ring now, Sean, is Gypsy Joe teaming up, as you saw earlier, with Jason Lancaster.
That's Gypsy Lancaster now.
Taking on the Syndicate crew. YT and Buzzed Up. Not YT and Buzzed Up. Player and Buzzed Up. YT on the corner. I'm just getting ready for the big, in just, what is it now? 45 minutes away before Chapel Hill, Tennessee. The big day of action, noon bell time at the Forest High School Old Gym. The main event. Me and Corey Williams taking on yourself and Mean Mike Woods.
The new NWA Mid-America Heavyweight Champion.
It's Joe lighting up, Buzzed Up. There's another one there for him right to the chest, and then a punch right in the gut, the bread basket.
Yeah, we'll just let Buzz get going because you know what? Buzz is the high flyer of the crew.
Big right jabs there right to the chin of Buzzed Up. Then a headbutt right in the mouth.
Ooh.
Oh, another one.
Man. Boom. He's outstanding. Look at this.
Yeah, Buzzed Up, not knowing exactly where he is, and Joe just...
That's not showing any respect to Buzz.
In the nether region.
Yeah.
I want to chop to the back. Joe just taking it to Buzzed Up. And last week, YT sliding that piece of paper to Gypsy Joe.
Yeah, people alluded to the contract, but you know what? I got it. This is West Coast style. It's just a piece of notebook paper, but you know what? It's got the number on it, and you're ready to look at that number. Look at the amount of money YT wants to pay Gypsy Joe.
What's he doing to have money like that?
He's just pimping and playing, baby. The Syndicate crew's got a lot of money.
ATF going to get after it, man.
Man.
There's a tag in the Lancaster. Lancaster coming in now. He's finally teaming with his idol. Whoa! The crowd said the same thing we did. Only a 2-count player right there thought Dump was going to be out for the 3. Lancaster, House of Fire, as he comes in, the tag team partner. He's partnered with his childhood icon, Gypsy Joe. Kicked to the back there by LA player, then buzzed up now, taking.
Oh, drilled him.
Almost broke that right arm.
Oh, man, he came up. I got to give it to that.
For the cover, hooks the leg, 2, and a kick out there by Lancaster.
I got to give it to Gypsy Lancaster, man. He showed some very interesting stuff there in the beginning, but not enough to take over the crew.
Big punch to the right side of the head by buzzed up to tag in the player. Player coming in. And player, first thing he's going to do is take him and drill him center of the ring.
Nice little. That's it. Ooh, player talking trash to Gypsy.
Joe coming in the ring now, being held back by the referee. Whips Lancaster in, was player. Back elbow takes him down. And a tag in a duck.
And you know that hurts. If you were really concentrating and look how big LA Player's arms are. I've been in the gym with this guy, with player. This guy just bench presses. Single arm bench presses of 120 pounds. Unbelievable.
Leg drop by the 375-pound Dump, and only a 2-count and a kick out by Lancaster. But can you imagine that tree trunk-like leg coming down like a guillotine right across your throat?
Ooh, he's going to put him down for the count here.
Set him up for the buzz bomb. Has him all the way up and drops him. Oh, the buzz bomb on Lancaster and YT.
Just 6 feet under for that. Here
able
comes.
to slide between the legs there, and then a tag into Joe, and Joe comes in fired up now. Joe in on these, just beating the fire to both player and Dump, and Lancaster trying to hold him back. What Lancaster says,
he wants
give me
his
some.
part.
And then Joe nails
Joe just
Lancaster in the mouth. Wait, oh man, what's Joe doing? Joe's stopping the butthole and Jason Lancaster.
He's taking the money and he's gonna run, baby. YT, the smart businessman, he came up with a bigger number than what we've got here.
As he's just Gypsy Joe choking the life out of Jason Lancaster here in the center of the ring. Joe now going to the outside after Bubba Morton in to make the save. But as Joe joined the Syndicate crew, did he take that huge amount of money from YT? Is he going to be part of the West Coast Players, the Syndicate crew? We'll be right back. Look, wait a minute. Is that a check?
That's an envelope.
That's not a check. That's cash.
That's cash, baby. We going to Cali. We're going to Disneyland, baby.
Joe hadn't seen this much money since 1947 when he main evented in Argentina.
Oh, we going to Cali and we going party hardy tonight.
And Joe, part of the Syndicate crew. We'll be right back. I can't believe this.
Baby, it's me, it's YT. I pulled off the greatest thing in NWA history. I got the Godfather, Gypsy Joe, along my side, along with the biggest tag team there is in NWA, the Syndicate crew. It's time to party with the rest of the boys, baby. Let's go. All right, time to party.
Let's go party! Yeah!
Looks like it's going to be Gypsy Joe and Shane Morton teaming up against Steve Bragg and Dante. And Joe just going after Bragg right off the bat here.
I got to tell you, both Steve Bragg and Dante, as a tag team, are tremendous. They are some of the most brutal guys I've ever seen, but there's only one guy more brutal than who? Than them. Who? Gypsy Joe.
Joe, animal when he gets in the ring. Gypsy Joe, been in this business for a long time. Oh, what a headbutt there. A vicious headbutt by Joe, and a second one. Steve Bragg trying to fight his way out of this. A kick to the gut, then he just punches him in the back of the head. Joe taking it to Bragg here, going to drape him over that second rope. And these men all have history, especially with that shovel last week in Columbia.
Oh, Joe is a maniac when he gets that shovel in his hand. Oh, and he's a maniac with his head.
Gypsy Joe, the only man with a harder head than John Caesar, as he tags in Shane Morton. Morton in now, big right hand to the top of the head of Bragg. Sends him down, back up to his feet, and another right hand. Morton now backs him against the ropes, whips him across. Goes back through a big clothesline there by Morton. Morton right on top of Steve Bragg, who walks right over to the corner. And Joe with another headbutt. Then a right hand by Morton takes him down. Morton down for the cover, hooks the leg. 2, and a kick out by Steve Bragg.
Now, I'm not a big fan of Shane Morton, but I'll tell you one thing. I got to give it to him because for weeks now, he has been taking as much abuse as he can take from Dante and from Steve Bragg.
Oh, he has, and now Morton right into the armbar on Dante. Dante backs him into the corner now, into the ropes, whips him across. Shoulder tackle there by Morton takes him down. Now dropped down by Dante. Morton against the ropes. Comes back off, blocks the hip toss, turns around, hip toss on Dante. Back up to his feet, straight to the arm drag. That Morton arm drag into the arm bar. Tonight in Columbia, Tennessee, it's a 6-man tag match. Shane, Bubba Morton, and Gypsy Joe taking on Dante, Steve Bragg, and Cannibal Lecter.
And besides that, there's some other good mornings I would like to say other people I'd like to say good morning to, like, there's Trent and Dale, and, of course, Team Jekyll. Hey, Team Jekyll, we're planning on getting Christy Ritchie on TV for you sometime soon.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, yeah.
Oh, headbutt right between the eyes there by Joe. Joe now taking Dante, whips him into the ropes, comes back through. Big clothesline there by Gypsy Joe. Don't forget, July 11th, the Boys and Girls Club, only at the Boys and Girls Club at NWA Main Event Wrestling. Scooby-Doo's going to be there.
And I'm going to be there, too, with my picture.
Oh, Scooby. I love Scooby, man. Alex get a picture with Scooby, get an autograph. And Joe might even get a shovel signed by Scooby-Doo.
This is not good. Oh, okay, good.
Susan Morton in the corner of Shane Morton and Gypsy Joe. And last week, you saw the NWA Main Event Vixens going at it on the floor as the show went off the air. Everybody attacking Susan Morton.
And you know what? I'm right now working on something special for everybody. I think I may have a scoop on the ladies you call the Vixens.
As Joe working over Steve Bragg now takes him, picks him up, and drops him straight down. Right, look at that, putting the pressure on the shoulder, trying to pop that arm smooth up out of socket. Don't forget, once again, July 11th, the Boys and Girls Club. Scooby-Doo will be there also. Jeff the Crippler Daniels, the entire family, the Heartbreakers, Lone Star, Eric Andrews, Nick Fury, the Tennessee Vols, all there the 11th in Nashville.
Hey, did you see who was at the show last night?
No, who?
Big Daddy Ryder.
Yeah, Big Daddy Ryder scares me. Big individual. Last time I saw him, he had somebody draped over the ropes with a chain. He was choking him.
Well, I got a few minutes to talk to him. You know what he's doing up here in Nashville?
What's that?
He's checking out NWA Main Event because he's now scouting for Thunder Pro and AAA. He's planning on taking some of our guys and bringing them down there and showing everybody down south into Mexico what great talent we have here at NWA Main Event.
Well, he saw last night Chris Sanders retain his X Division title against Jammer.
Of course.
A lot of good matches. The Heartbreakers and Tennessee Vols tearing down the house in a non-title, no disqualification match last night in Nashville. Tonight, big card. Jekyll, you want it? Here it comes. Susan Morton and Christy Ritchie teaming up against Leilani Kai and Pandora Box.
Hey, can I say good morning to Terry Reynolds?
You can say anything you want to, right?
Good morning, Terry. I hope you're having a great day.
Big chop there by Dante on Gypsy Joe, and Morton trying to come in the ring. And Michael, the referee, forcing him back out. Now Bragg's going to come in a little double team here. He just rears back, not forearm to the side of the head of Joe now. Not even affecting him, that hard head of Gypsy Joe's. Back in the corner, and Bragg and Dante still pounding away on him.
They keep pounding and pounding, but he's... Uh-oh.
Joe trying to come back now, and Dante going to grab that throat, the esophagus. Got him in the esophagus.
One thing you don't want to do with Joe is get him mad.
Oh, especially Gypsy Joe, yes. I had him mad at me once. Don't let that go.
Don't let that age fool you, folks. This guy...
There's that loaded boot stomp.
Will come back.
Up off the bottom rope and just stomping right across the chest of Gypsy Joe. Also tonight, Mid-American Tag Match. Shane Eaton and Tommy Capone taking on the Heartbreakers with Desiree in their corner. And what's Jeff Daniels' role going to be in this? He's part of the family now.
I think it's going to make the family real strong. I know somebody made it real happy when Jeff signed with the family. That's one of his biggest fans out in Madison, Eleanor Wells.
Down for the cover is Dante. 1, 2, and Morton now pulling Dante off of Joe. Also tonight, you saw Eric Andrews earlier in the show in the 6-man tag match pinning the X Division champion Spotlight Chris Sanders. They're going to meet tonight in Columbia, non-title.
That's right. And if you want the full card, just check out our website, nwame.com. And while you're
Great
there,
website.
You can check out my column.
You got a column?
Yeah, it's called The Voice of Reason.
That's an oxymoron. And Steve Bragg still holding down Gypsy Joe, trying to get the cover here. And Joe fighting his way back out. Joe now trying to roll over, get up on his knees. If Joe can force Bragg up to his feet, I think Joe has the advantage.
He definitely has the advantage. You know what I'd like to see on the 11th?
What's up?
I'd like to see Gypsy Joe against Scooby-Doo.
No, man, that would be cool.
Yeah, they could get out there and dance. You know Joe likes to dance.
And a tag into Morton. Morton getting a hot tag here. Big right hand to the side of the head of both members of the team. There's one to Bragg. Dante back up to his feet. Over off in the corner now. Now meeting in the minds on the right side of the ring. And wait a minute. There's the Vixens. The Vixens of NWA Main Event now attacking Susan Morton on the outside. You got Shane Morton inside the ring with Dante and Steve Bragg. He's got his hands full. Now he sees the women attacking Susan. He drops out. Cannibal Lecter up in the ring. What's going on now? Is Lecter up in the ring with Dante, Steve Bragg. The referee's done rung the bell. All orders done broken down here as we got a triple team in the corner. Lecter, Dante, and Bragg on Joe.
And I don't think Joe could be able to pull this one out. Look at them. They're tearing him to pieces. They're going to put him in the old folks home when this is over.
Stomping away, and Shane Morton not even worried about Gypsy Joe. He's checking on Susan Morton on the floor after she was attacked by, oh, wait a minute, he's got the shovel. Oh, shovel shot to Dante. There's another one. Oh, he just hit Steve Bragg right smooth in the head. Oh, there's one to Shane. He don't care who he hits. Gypsy Joe swinging the shovel. Now he realizes what he's done. Well, but I don't think Joe really cares. Gypsy Joe clearing the ring here over checking on Shane Morton. We'll try to get this sorted out. We'll be right back.
Tonight, Columbia, you're going to see it all. You got Steve Bragg, you got Dante, and you got the greatest mind in professional wrestling today, Cannibal Lecter. We're coming to town, and we're going to take care of some business. Morton's, this thing goes back for years and years, and it's never going to be over till you're completely out of the wrestling business. Because Morton's, I'm the man that can do it. And I'll tell you one thing, there ain't but one thing I hate worse than a Morton, and that is a gypsy. Gypsy Joe, bring your shovel, bring anything you want, because I'm taking care of business.
Tag team time here on the NWA main event. But what about what just happened with the Angels and Chris Gatlin? The Angels propositioning Gatlin, him telling them no, and then Penelope screaming no for some unknown reason. Lone Star runs over and attacking Gatlin from behind, slamming him into that wall.
Chris learned the hard way. Like I said earlier, I was out with the Angels last night, and when they say no, they mean no.
Back in the ring, we've got Dante and Steve Bragg taking on Gypsy Joe and Jason Nesmith. You know the storied history between Gypsy Joe and Dante. They're not even waiting here. It's Bragg with a big right hand behind the head of Nesmith. Let's go back to Joe and Dante. Dante rolling out of the ring, trying to get away from Gypsy Joe. You know what he does with that shovel, and now just taking it to Dante, ramming his head into that apron, and then right into the speakers at the Inferno bar. Now he's taking Dante. Where's he going now? He just threw Dante out the door and it's falling him out. Gypsy Joe outside now with a 2x4 right across the back of Dante and hit him in the gut with it. These two outside here at the Inferno bar. Oh, no, but somebody needs to move that red car. As Joe just right after Dante, there's a chair outside, picks it up, just nails Dante in the back with the chair, Sean.
Can you imagine what's going to happen tonight when they wrap the ring with chicken wire? These guys are going to be bleeding all over the place.
Bragg now coming out trying to take the chair from Joe, and he just nails Bragg with it, and Cannibal Lecter with the chair. Once again, Joe taking it to Dante, taking him down the alleyway here in Murfreesboro.
Looks like Joe's running out of steam here. Those chair shots didn't look too hard. Uh-oh, here comes the trash. Nope. He's picking up a pipe.
Oh, he hit him right in the booty with a pipe.
That definitely will give you some spine problems later on.
That's gimmick infringement on booty call. 2x4 to the back there of Bragg and Cannibal Lecter. And I think you're right. Joe's getting tired here, and that trash can enough to take him down. Now Dante with that 2x4, hitting Joe in that injured arm. He's working on that elbow of Gypsy Joe that was injured a couple weeks ago by Steve Bragg.
You can see referee Michael White trying to stop this, but he's just out of control. I think we might need to call the police on this one.
Just choking him right in the alleyway here of the Inferno bar. Bragg stomping away on Joe, and there's Cannibal Lecter. And Joe, the hardcore legend, but how much can this guy have in his tank, especially when his head's getting rammed into the dumpster?
I don't even know who's going to be able to stop this. We might even have to bring everybody out in the locker room to save Joe here.
Joe's still getting rammed right into that dumpster. Now taking Dante, going to ram him head first into the dumpster. So you've got 3-on-1 basically going on, and Joe taking it to all three of them.
Oh, as you mentioned earlier, that red car is going to get thrashed. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe doesn't pick up Dante and throw him through the window there.
Nellen, Bragg and Cannibal Lecter still going after Dante. You know the storied history between Gypsy Joe and Dante. Everything that's been going on, and Joe's going to dump him in the dumpster. He's taking out the trash, and there goes Dante in the dumpster.
That can't be safe, Lee, because of all the bottles that are in there.
That can't be sanitary either. Is Joe looking in the dumpster at Dante, and look at Lecter pulling him by his hair, trying to pull him out of there. There comes Dante up out of the dumpster now, trying to fight Joe through the hole of the dumpster.
Both these guys look totally exhausted from the weeks of battles, like last night's Indian strap match they had in Nashville.
Joe and Dante, of course, just having that Indian strap match. Joe winning last night, but then the aftermath with Cannibal Lecter and Dante beating the fire out of Gypsy Joe. Joe's looking for revenge here, is now just taking it to him. Still got Dante in that dumpster, excuse me, trying to pull him out of there now. Going to pull him off on the street. Joe don't care where he fights. Joe's going to take it to him anywhere he can find him.
Joe, definitely the living legend, the true living legend out here in Nashville. Look at this, somebody trying to get out of the way, running back into the building.
As he's now taking him up on the top there. Now taking that 2x4. Oh, right across the stomach of Dante. Oh, there's one to Steve, Bragg, and Joe leveling everybody. And Joe still taking it to Dante here as he's walking over to him now. Both these men beating the fire at each other here at the Inferno Bar in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Walking him over now. There's people all around here. Don't know what's going on as Joe just gets rammed smooth into the, Dante, smooth into the side of the building. Joe over to him. Picking him up. I think he's going to go for it one more time. Dante right into the side of the building as he hits the pavement hard. And Joe now grabbing Dante. We got some help out here now trying to break these two up. What's going to happen tonight in Columbia when chicken wire is wrapped around the ring? Nobody can escape from this. Gypsy Joe and Dante, there must be a winner. The entire NWA main event locker room clearing out, trying to break these two up. And Joe just breaks free. Look at him going after Dante one more time. Jumping through the crowd here and just fighting back and forth here in the parking lot. Both these men will face off tonight in Columbia. There must be a winner. There must be an end to this tonight in Columbia.
Welcome back to the NWA main event. You can tell this Saturday morning, Rick, is going to be a fast, action-paced Saturday morning on NWA main event television.
We got an exciting Saturday morning with a lot of great matches, and we got an exciting Saturday night tonight in Columbia, Lee.
Right in the ring, we've got the team of Tommy Big Figure and Hammerjack. They're teaming up lately here in NWA main event, taking on Gypsy Joe and Jason Nesmith. Now, big announcement. We've been talking about it for weeks now. Television taping. Thought about moving it to a new day. It's going to be starting tomorrow, Sundays, bell time at 5 p.m. at the Inferno Bar in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We thought that that'd be the best way for the fans of NWA main event to be able to come to the television tape instead of having them on Tuesday night, have them on a Sunday afternoon, a matinee type show of NWA main event wrestling in Murfreesboro.
All the great stars will be there tomorrow night, Lee, with an exciting card and an exciting TV taping.
Also, everybody pretty much knows, been on the internet, that my house was completely flooded in Lewisburg with Chapel Hill last week, and a lot of people in Lewisburg, since this shows in Lewisburg, have stepped up and helped me out. And I want to take this time to thank Shoney's in Lewisburg, to thank the American Red Cross, the Marshall County chapter, and to thank the Celebration Inn in Lewisburg. If any of y'all are in Lewisburg, if you're in Columbia watching the show on Saturday, drive over to Lewisburg, eat at Shoney's. Tell you what, they got the best bar over there. And Alice has been eating Shoney's for a week. He's fatter than all get out. It's Big Figure now taking it to Nesmith. Reversal there by Nesmith. Big Figure against the ropes. And a big clothesline there by Jason Nesmith with his new dude taking it to Tommy Big Figure.
Watch Big Figure's right hand, Lee.
I thought he was going to
take
it.
There it is.
Oh, there's that big right hand.
Watch him.
And from Boise, Idaho, Tommy Big Figure taking it to Jason Nesmith, and Nesmith trying to fight back here. It's just going to be a brawl here as Nesmith going over to Gypsy Joe and tags him in.
Here's a guy that can match right hands with him, Lee.
Oh, there's one of them big Joe chops. And a punch to the gut there by the hardcore icon, Gypsy Joe, in the headbutt. Gypsy Joe with the, I'm going to say, the second hardest head in NWA main event. I still got to give the hardest to John Caesar.
The indestructible Gypsy Joe. You know, Lee, he takes guys every week and makes them rethink pro wrestling.
Joe just taking it to Hammerjack here. And Hammerjack trying to beg him off. Joe now backs him in and whips him across. Comes through, and a clothesline there by Joe, taking down Hammerjack. And Joe tagging in Nesmith. Nesmith, the nephew of Michael Nesmith of the Monkees, ringing the arm of Hammerjack. You know, he's next heir to the Whiteout fortune.
Yeah, Nesmith's got a lot of good wins here in the main event. Nesmith's a guy he can slip up and beat you at any time.
In the arm bar of Jason Nesmith, now a punch to the face there on Hammerjack. Nesmith trying to tag in Gypsy Joe, and there's a tag. They're working pretty fluently as a team here. Joe tonight will be teaming up with Nick Fury to take on Jason Nesmith and Steve Bragg.
That should be an exciting match. 4 tough guys in that match, Lee.
Is Joe just wearing out Hammerjack in the corner? There's a low blow by Joe, and Joe never been one to obey the rules. Uh-oh, he's going to back it up here, Joe.
Oh, no. Ooh.
Oh, and then a low blow by Hammerjack. And then a spinning heel kick by Nesmith right in on Big Figure, and Nesmith just going to be a house of fire coming in here. Big right hand to the side of the gut of Big Figure. Takes him, whips him in reversal by Big Figure. Nesmith comes off, ducks the head way too soon as Big Figure. And he catches him. Oh, and
that's it.
The Alabama Slam catches him and drives him down. Cover there by Hammerjack. And it's over. Let's take a look at that again as that big Alabama Slam by Tommy Big Figure just levels Jason Nesmith, and they get the 3 count. We'll be right back.
Bragg now measuring. Shane Eaton is in the corner. Bragg with a big right hand between the eyes. Rocking the head back up the style and one. Bragg with another right hand. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Shane Eaton now.
He's waking him up.
Getting his second win here. Wearing out the side of the head of Steve Bragg. And Bragg now down to his back. Eaton back up to his feet. Back at Bragg in. Whips him across. Bragg against the ropes. Come through. Big clothesline there by
Huge
Eaton.
clothesline.
He flew 3/4 of the way across the ring. Bragg now turns around. Kicked to the gut there by Eaton. Eaton now.
Set him up. That's the fashion statement. Oh.
Hit him with the fashion statement. And Eaton now.
Who's Cannibal Lecter calling for?
Cannibal calling someone in. And there's Dante. Dante in with that boot to the back of the head of Eaton. Dante wearing out Shane Eaton now with that loaded boot.
Taking it to Shane Eaton. He made the save for Steve Bragg here this morning. These three guys are together, and they're taking it to Shane Eaton.
Dante with that boot setting it up. Bragg holding. What a minute. There's Joe. Gypsy Joe with that shovel. Bragg has no idea. Oh!
Jesus!
Let's go back to last week and show you exactly what Gypsy Joe did with this shovel. This guy's plumb nuts. Joe with the shovel nails Dante smooth in the head. Then he hits the referee with it. Cannibal Lecter's already been knocked out with that shovel. Then you've got reinforcements coming in, and they just start getting nailed with the shovel. Gypsy Joe going plumb nuts here with the shovel as Cannibal Lecter brought the shovel in the ring, and Joe grabbed the shovel. There goes the ref right there. There's one for Dante. And now you see exactly what happened. Why Gypsy Joe is nuts with the shovel, pushing the referee outside. And then Joe, one more for good measure on the ref.
I can't even cut this interview because you're making me mad.
Give me the mic. I want to say something here.
You go ahead.
Well, yo quiero invitar a todo el público de habla española. Quiero que vengan a vernos al club, Boys Club en Nashville, en Colombia, en todos los sitios que aparecemos. Vea la televisión y así se enterará dónde están estos pueblos. Los invito a todos esta noche. Gracias por todo. Y vengan a vernos.
You know, I don't really know what that means, but come that night, we're going to be down there and we're going to be taking care of business. And you know what we're going to be doing?
What's going to happen?
We're going to take this shovel and we're going to put it under the sun don't shine. And after we get through, tell them what we're going to do. We're going to
do like dog manure.
Back down here at the desk, ringside Lee, Tidwell, and Sean Neal bring you the big action. It's the Syndicate crew, well, 2/3 of it, Player and Gypsy Joe taking on Denny Ray and Johnny Innocent.
Joe looks a little rough. Looks like he's ready for business. Oh, he is ready for business.
He started off just by kicking the man. That wasn't even cool. Look at Joe. He's like, welcome to the NWA.
I think Johnny's going to be working at, as you say, in Disney World, but this time it's Tinkerbell.
Joe now takes Innocent, backs him in, whips him across. Oh, what a clothesline by Joe as he tries to behead the poor lad.
Joe's ready for business. Oh.
Don't forget tonight, Columbia, Tennessee, Freddy's Auction House and Sportatorium, 8 p.m. bell time. You've already seen some of the card here on NWA Main Event Television. $5 fan appreciation night. Every fan in attendance gets in for only $5. And with the money you save, you might be able to buy Joe something to eat since he's trying to eat the nose off of Johnny Innocent. $5 admission price tonight for everyone. Also, for every paid admission tonight, fan appreciation night at Freddy's Auction House and Sportatorium, you get a free ticket to Thanksgiving Thunder, Thanksgiving night, Lewisburg, Tennessee. And you ready for one of the big announcements about Thanksgiving Thunder?
I'm ready.
Thanksgiving Thunder, the X is back.
No.
Yes.
X Division's back?
X Division will be back. Thanksgiving Thunder, a 4 corners elimination match for the NWA Mid-America X Division Championship.
Ah, life is good. As Joe would say, I feel good. I miss the X Division.
Big Samoa drop there by LA Player on Johnny Innocent. Innocent. Why's he just cool, ain't he?
He's styling and profiling today, baby. Look at him, man. What an outfit. Please do not look directly into that hat.
Fall away slam there by LA Player. As they, like I said, been in control of Johnny Innocent this whole time. And the Syndicate crew, especially Player, teamed up with Buzzed Up. And they started winning a whole lot here at NWA Main Event. But then you add the Godfather Gypsy Joe to the mix, and they're damn near unstoppable.
Yeah, pretty close to it, but you know what? I heard a rumor going around that there may be a big change in the Syndicate crew very soon here.
Really?
Yeah.
Only a 2 count. Player said when he says Denny Ray was on his way in there.
And Whitey told him, no, don't pay him yet. We want more.
Righty, the Walmart pimp of NWA Main Event. He headbutted him right between the
Go ahead.
the shoulder blades.
The shoulder blades, okay. I was waiting for you to finish that one. Oh, I think what Joe's thinking this is a soccer game today. He's just kicking Johnny down. Oh.
Tag in to Denny Ray, the Southern Rebel coming in, firing up on the Godfather, Gypsy Joe, and Joe didn't even move. Oh, then that headbutt cuts off Denny Ray. Fan Appreciation Night tonight, Columbia, Tennessee, Freddy's Auction House and Sportatorium, sponsored by Eula's Restaurant in Columbia. Steve-O sitting back here with us.
Home of the 39-cent tea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Eula's for tonight bringing you Fan Appreciation Night. Only $5 a ticket. Tonight, Columbia, Tennessee, Freddy's Auction House and Sportatorium. Player in there on the Southern Rebel, Denny Ray. Big scoop and a slam center of the ring takes him down. Player now going for a player's ball.
Time to go dancing. Oh, look at the pain in Denny Ray's face.
Hurt Denny Ray had. Never mind.
Don't even touch it. Don't even
now for the cover, 2. And a kick out, Innocent in there to try to break it up. Joe's going after Innocent anyways. He'll choke him over in his own corner.
Look at him. He's just holding him up by his neck.
Weston McCross ducks a clothesline was Denny Ray. Ray comes up, flying clothesline of his own, takes down the big man player. Denny Ray fired up now, going to the outside. The Southern Rebel, Denny Ray. This is the first chance he's been in this predicament. He has a chance to win this match here at NWA main event. To the top rope, and player with a punch to the gut cuts him off. LI player climbing up to the second rope. He's got a hold of the Southern Rebel, Denny Ray. Takes him. And what was that?
Well, I don't know, but look at Joe. Look at he's got him by the trachea. He's holding the trachea.
2, 3 count.
Of course. The West Coast crew pulls it out again.
Gypsy Joe and LA player victorious here with YT in their corner over Johnny Innocent and the Southern Rebel, Denny Ray. Now they're taking Innocent. What are they going to do to him? Oh, set him up. Oh, there's the briefcase right upside the head. Wait a minute, here comes Ronnie Brown. Ronnie and Ronnie Jr. in the ring now. And player, YT and Gypsy Joe all running out of the ring just from the sight of Ronnie B.A. Brown and Ronnie Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Mania is running wild in NWA main event. We'll be right back.
Can I believe you sold us out like that, man? That's low down. I would never do that to you. Come on.
Calm down.
I don't care.
Calm down.
I don't give a damn about the money.
Okay,
this has to do with my tag team partner.
Calm
okay?
down. We got business.
I don't care about business right now.
Okay,
I care about my tag team partner. That right there just shows what you and the rest of this place thinks of the LA player. So tell you what, anybody gets in my way, that's it, including yourself.
That's cool. That's cool. But business is at hand. Ronnie Brown, you think Joe's a dog? Dog collar match, baby? No. I'm going to sick an animal on you, baby. It does not matter, Joe. Blair, we'll get things straight later.
You know what? I feel good. Yeah.
Dog collar chain match. It's Ronnie B.A. Brown and the Godfather, Gypsy Joe.
Gypsy Joe, week after week, you run like a scared dog. Tonight in Columbia, when that 12-foot chain's hooked to you, I'm going to treat you like the dog you are. Each time you run, I'm going to pull that 12-foot chain, I'm going to bring you back to me. I'm going to make that blood run like I have before, old man. Hey, you're going to find out what the BA stands for. And BA Jr.'s got my back, so bring it on. I'm going to treat you like the dog you are. Dog collar match. Roof, roof.
And there's the Godfather, I guess you would say, Gypsy Joe, as he just stomped Swinger in the back.
Yeah, that's right. We saw at the very beginning of the show something that was on our pre-show. Actually, YT presenting the fur coat, the folding fur coat to Gypsy Joe, and a plane ticket to anywhere he wants to go in the world, and he picked Hawaii.
Speaking of our television show, tomorrow's special time for our television taping, 1 p.m. bell time at the Inferno Bar, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 1 p.m. bell time, special bell time just for tomorrow for NWA main event television taping at the Inferno Bar in Murfreesboro. And Joe's he's just kicking away on Swinger.
It's a whole new attitude. It's the Godfather, Gypsy Joe now.
Joe got some heel figure shorts on too. Did you see that?
Hey, getting big bucks. He can wear some fancy clothes. What's he gonna do to him?
Oh, Joe, why you go and do that for?
Say it ain't so, Joe.
Come on, Greg. Joe dancing. Joe, it looks like Joe's having a good time now. Is this the real Gypsy Joe? I mean, does he just want to stomp the fire at everybody and have a good time? going out on the parties with Player and West Coast and let's make our signs and all that stuff. I mean, come on, that's not the Joe I know. The Joe I know in 1942 fought in Argentina and won the World Heavyweight Championship down there.
Why don't you say that to his face?
What? That was my favorite Gypsy Joe moment?
Yeah.
I'll tell him.
Good.
He'll remember that, I think.
He'll stomp you in the face like he's doing to Mr. Swinger here.
Trying to teach me a lesson or something. Is he just punching there, just choking? What's that, trying to rip the nose off of him? Man, look at Joe. New attitude and all, the Godfather of professional wrestling, Gypsy Joe. And YT out there having a blast. YT got what he wanted. He got Joe in the Syndicate crew.
Oh.
Good gosh, Joe.
What a headbutt. Just take it over.
I'm saying talk. I was thirsty.
Oh, he's saying.
Joe, look at him just beating the fire to Swinger. Now going to sit and pin him. 1, 2, 3 count. And Joe just manhandling the youngster here in NWA main event. And there's YT up in there. He's got the briefcase. Wait a minute. Come on, Joe.
There we go. This is Syndicate style. Don't just leave him laying, leave him dead.
Is this an initiation?
This is the initiation. Boom.
Look at him stomping away there on Swinger. This is uncalled for.
Swinger's best move is just not to move. Just lay there dead. Play dead because Joe is a mean bear right now.
Hey, wait a minute. Lancaster. Oh, no. Jason Lancaster comes in. Gypsy Joe is idle. And Joe with the big right hand and then just kicks the fire out of Lancaster. Picks him up by his head. Come on, Joe, stop it. Joe's setting Lancaster on top of Swinger.
Just leave a body count. Just lay them all together.
Oh, stomping away. Man. Oh, kick him in the kidneys. Look at that. Joe blatantly choking him. This
is crew style. Crew style, definitely, all the way.
I think Joe has Alzheimer's or something. Forgot who he was. Rush coming in the ring now, and he just gets nailed there by Joe. And Joe, look at him choking him out. Look at the eyes of Gypsy Joe. That is not the Gypsy Joe we know here in NWA main event. What kind of spell has YT put this man under? Is it the money? Is it the women? What is it?
It's everything involved.
Look at Joe. I can't believe this. Gypsy Joe.
Look at the smile on his face. He's having a good time.
But at these new guys' expense.
That's what it's all for.
Somebody needs to teach Joe a lesson. Wait a minute.
Who's that coming in the ring?
Oh, my God. Bobby Eaton coming to the ring here.
What's he doing here? He's not part of the main event.
Bobby Eaton just running Joe. Look, Joe's going to run from him there. Is Bobby Eaton in the ring running Gypsy Joe out?
You better keep his nose out of the Syndicate crew's business.
Bobby Eaton and Gypsy Joe been friends for a long time. And look at Joe beating the fire out of himself with the chair.
Joe's a crazed animal right
Eaton
now.
taking exception to what Joe's done to these youngsters here at NWA main event. Asking what he got to do this to these kids for. Bobby Eaton. Man, him and Joe's got some problems. We'll be back. Welcome back to NWA main event. Tag team match in the ring. As it looks like Gypsy Joe and Hammerjack's going to be starting it off here. Joe teaming up with... That was a big old chop.
Man, what a chop.
Joe teaming up with Tommy Big Figure and...
Sorry, Lee, I didn't wait for you to say that you're joined by Tim Ernesto or anything. I just jumped right in there. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to say your name after I got with everybody in the ring.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you got reports that Mike Porter is fining you $50 for insulting the referee.
For what?
And there's 2 referees, so it's $100.
Man.
Don't talk bad about the referees, man.
Okay.
Headbutt there by Joe on Hammerjack.
$100?
Yeah, $100. Chris Loco Louie getting tagged in, and Hammerjack trying to go between the ropes.
I'm glad we taped this on Murfreesboro Road.
And a back elbow taking down Hammerjack.
Oh, Loco Louie in the Louie stance. Uh-oh. Watch out.
And the tag to Tommy
Big Figure comes in. Boom. Big hip toss.
Trying to get him in an armbar.
Yeah.
There he goes.
He's looking for something. Grab it.
There's Gypsy Joe. Joe back
Joe,
in Japan.
let me tell you something about Gypsy Joe. That's one of the toughest men I know, man. And Big Figure and Hammerjack, they'd be smart to keep Louie in the ring. Louie gets beat up on.
Big Figure just taking it to Loco Louie. Now backs him against the ropes, flips him across. Oh, what a clothesline.
Big clothesline.
Knocks him on the back of his neck, then the tag into Hammerjack.
Get up, Louie.
Hammerjack coming in double team here by Big Figure and Hammerjack. Against the ropes, comes off, double back elbow, taking him down.
Man, they did, didn't they, Lee?
Yeah.
Hey, Lee, you got any money on me?
No, man, what you need some money for?
Fines. You kidding?
I'll pay your fine.
You'll pay him?
No, man, no, I ain't gonna pay him. Hardcore match tonight, Gypsy Joe and Hammerjack.
And that's something that I got to see. I tell you what, Gypsy Joe and Hammerjack, they'll get it on in Columbia tonight, brother. That's worth the price of admission right there, man. That one match alone, that's worth it all, man, because Gypsy Joe's the most hardcore guy I know. You ever seen his head, Lee Tidwell?
Yes, I have.
Man, it looks like a bad thing of mackerel or something. Good Lord. Hammerjack kicking on a big chop by Big Figure. Where you at, Tidwell? Help me out here, brother.
Yeah,
don't
Big
run
Figure
away
back in
from
now.
me. Going for a suplex, picks him up.
Oh, man, got some
Boom.
good elevation on that one. Dropped him down. Now down for the cover. Hooking the leg. Referee down 2.5.
2.5.
Kick out by Louie.
Louie kicked out. I tell you ever seen Louie Russell before?
No.
You ain't missing it.
Oh, neck breaker. And tag back into Hammerjack. As they've been in complete control of Loco Louie here.
Big stomp. And I just dogged Louie a little bit, didn't I? I guess I'm going to get fined for that.
I don't know.
Is
With
that
the
right?
next break, you might.
Yeah.
Hammerjack now taking Louie. Backspin whips him across. Comes through the big clothesline, taking him down.
Like my old Aunt Ethel used to say, I got you fine right over here. She smoked a lot. That's what her voice was raspy.
Oh, okay. Now it's Big Figure who whips Louie in. Louie now comes up, gets him in a DDT.
Did you see that DDT by Louie?
Hey, look! The superhuman Louie just pops back up.
Where's he going?
He's going to the outside. And let's
And
see
it-
what Louie's going to do. He's got his second burst of adrenaline here, his second win.
In Atlanta, there was a gorilla named Willie B. Louie looked just like him.
Up to the
Boom!
top. Hit a
Big
punch.
right hand. Look at Hammerjack run in. Got Willie B. rocking.
Hammerjack
Picks him
taking
up, man. Crosses up. Boom! Big shot.
down for the cover. This is going to be it. Three
Three.
count. Your
That's
winners,
great.
Hammerjack and Tommy Big Figure here.
Figure jumps on Joe right away, man.
What are they attacking Joe for?
Man, they beating him up.
Big Figure and Hammerjack now double teaming Gypsy Joe after they've already won the match. And Hammerjack's grabbing the hammer.
Got the hammer, man.
Hit
Boom!
him in
Right in
the
the
head.
head, man. Big shot.
Hit him right between the eyes with that big
Sure did.
sledgehammer.
That's what I'm telling you about Hammerjack, man. Don't turn your back on Hammerjack because he's the man when it comes to hardcore stuff, Lee Tidwell.
Hammerjack will meet Gypsy Joe tonight in Columbia at Freddie's Auction House and Sportatorium.
Oh, man, they got it.
He's already busted him open. Joe's
Bust him
bleeding.
open. Oh, look at his head. Oh, no.
And
Can't
just
look.
repeated right hands and stomps. Like I said, these two will meet tonight in Columbia at Freddie's Auction House and Sportatorium.
Big time. They were working him over. Hammerjack putting the boots to him, man. Oh, taking that head. Oh, right in the head. Right on that mackerel head, man. Can you believe that?
And we're gonna have to go to-
can't believe it. Please go to break.
We got to go to break. We'll be right back.
Gypsy Joe, your name is known all over the world. Puerto Rico, Japan, Korea, Mexico, and Saturday night, Columbia, Tennessee. None of that'll matter. You're my stepping stone. Bring your best hold, bring your best chop. Saturday night, you'll find out why you can't turn your back. On Hammerjack.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NWA Main Event Television. Lee Tidwell and Sean Neal here as Buzzed Up, one half of the Syndicate crew, taking on the hardcore icon of the NWA, Gypsy Joe.
And a special shout out to the Dogmeister out there in SoCal, the big fans of the crew. Here's your match you've been waiting for.
Been a bit like California and stuff. The streaming video is finally working.
Is it finally working?
Finally working.
Oh, they'll all be happy to hear that.
Oh, I know.
Actually, we got some independent wrestlers in the crowd. One I don't promise I wouldn't mention, but another one from BCW, Chris Del Nore, the heavyweight champion of that promotion. They're in there. A lot of guys thinking about coming to main event.
Main event, open door policy for X Division. I'm waiting to see when they're going to open it up for the rest of the company.
Why, the rest of the company?
Yeah.
Oh, all of NWA?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, that could come up in the board meeting coming up at the 55th anniversary. Coming up in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, I heard Spotlight Chris Sanders going to be going to the 55th show with Mike Porter. As Duck now getting whipped into the ropes. And then a big clothesline there from Gypsy Joe. Man, he about took Duck's head off. And Duck rolling out of the ring. Jeff the Crippler Danielson actually won him at ringside. That's like wishing for a loss.
Well, if the Crippler's training him, the Punisher has got a lot of work in store for him tonight.
It's Gypsy Joe. Been working over Buzzed Up pretty much this entire match. And a stomp of the hand there by Joe.
Joe's been working on that left arm ever since we went to talk about the Lawrenceburg show. And look, he's still pounding on it.
Big stiff forearm to the back there. And Joe with those little rabbit punches right there in the corner. Look at Joe just wearing out the side of the face of Buzzed Up.
He pulls no punches. Oh!
And Joe with a stomp there on Dup. Gypsy Joe been in control of Buzzed Up. Dup looks a little blown up. Oh, wait, there's one to YT.
What's he taking YT on for?
Wait a minute, here comes
Here's my West Coast player.
LA player with the chain. The referee distracted.
He's ready to get him.
Oh, there's the chain right between the eyes, and then Joe now with a low blow there on LA player. Gypsy Joe walking over, sitting down on Buzzed Up. The referee turns around. 2, 3, and Joe just wins here to get the victory over Buzzed Up on NWA Main Event Television. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Look at Joe.
Hi, Joe.
John, special correspondent for NWA Main Event Wrestling, and I'm here with the legend Gypsy Joe. Gypsy Joe, week ago last Saturday, shark cage match. Loser leave town. Nobody thought you'd pull it off, but you did. You pulled off a big win against Tommy Big Figure. He had to leave town. What's your take?
Well, I had big confidence on myself, man. That was a great match, and the people enjoy it. And in the future, there are more matches like that that I want to do, just for the wrestling fans.
Well, in the future, you're speaking of the future. What is your plans for the future then?
Well, the future is that I have a new partner, and I'm going to present it to the fans.
New partner?
What's up? First off, well, Joe, everybody, and I mean everybody, they keep saying they're going to take you out. And I haven't seen nobody do it yet.
There ain't nobody out there could do that.
Nobody. Well, you've been lucky enough to take me under your wing and make me a wrestler. So, hey, everybody want to take you out? How about tonight me and you go take Player and Buzzed Up out?
That'll be a pleasure, my friend.
Match in the ring, ladies. As the Godfather Gypsy Joe. Check, there we go. My mic was going in and out.
I can't hear you at all. The crowd is just so loud.
Look.
Man. But I don't know what's going on with Lee Tidwell's microphone. I don't know if we can get on my microphone, but we got a great match coming up here. The returning Tommy Capone, the crowd favorite, going against the Godfather, Gypsy Joe, or who I like to call today, the birthday boy.
The birthday. Gypsy Joe's birthday today?
Birthday. Well, actually for me, since I've been out for 4 weeks, it was December 2nd. Gypsy Joe had his birthday.
Well, happy birthday to Gypsy Joe. He takes home 3-time former NWA Main Event television champion Tommy Capone, straight out of the mean streets of Chicago, Illinois, and just a smack upside the face there by the Godfather Gypsy Joe. Gypsy Joe, the hardcore icon of NWA Main Event, sit here to take on Tommy Capone one-on-one.
I think Gypsy's going to offer Tommy Capone the VIP treatment today, Lee. The very intense pain treatment.
Joe saying take a free shot, gets on his one knee and puts his hands behind his back. Now extending the hand of friendship, it looks like. Will Capone fall for this? You got to think, Joe's been around for a long time, and Capone didn't fall for it. The right hand upside the head, and referee Norman warning Capone about the closed fist.
They can't do that. Can't do that at all. They just... Whoop, and look at the corner. There he is. The manager of the Syndicate crew, Godfather's manager, YT.
The micro mini pimp.
And there's the heel section here at Freddy's, and there's the face section. And we haven't even begun to show them the great fans here. Margaret, Ernest.
I hope everyone sees exactly what it's like on Saturday night here in Columbia, Tennessee. Freddy's Auction, the Sportatorium. Our bell time always 8 p.m. on Saturdays. Be out at Freddy's each and every Saturday night. See great wrestling action like this as Gypsy Joe using a handful of trunks there to pull Capone down.
Yeah, but the referee's not letting him release the hold. He's not forcing it.
The referee, new referee here, Norman.
Grabbing that rope for a little bit more pressure on his arm there.
Took Norman a little while to get up.
It's a little bit hard there.
YZ wants
it. Oh, there's Ernest on the right side, folks. I don't know if you saw him screaming and yelling at Whitey, one of his favorites.
Look at smack for that. Capone working his way back up to his feet. Right hand to the gut of the Godfather Gypsy Joe, firing up on him as Capone. Capone throwing the soup bones here. Joe turns his back and Capone chopped him in the back.
Interesting ploy by Gypsy. I've never seen him turn his back on somebody like that. Oh, he's complaining at the closed fist.
I can't believe Joe, the hardcore icon, the Godfather of NWA Main Event, went to the corner and turned his back on the former television champion Capone. Capone once again trying to rise to the ranks, compete for the NWA Main Event Television Championship.
Yeah, but did you look at that, see that look in Joe's face? Joe's got this on a plan. This is all planned out. Now, here we go. We know what comes next.
Oh, big forearm to the chest there by the Godfather, Gypsy Joe. Joe now takes Capone, got him back in the corner. Distracts the referee. Another big forearm to the chest of Capone. Joe now with a snapmare taking Capone out of the corner. Joe now down into the rear chin lock. Gypsy Joe all over Tommy Capone here on NWA Main Event. Gypsy Joe with the rear chin lock on Tommy Capone, still applying here. And pulling back on the hair is the referee Norman being distracted by YT. You can't see it in your screen, but you can sure see the hands in the hair of Tommy Capone.
I think he's just holding. Yeah, see, he's let go. He's not so much grabbing the hair, Lee. He's just kind of pulling it back.
The referee Norman down right now. Now, once again being distracted by YT being out of his corner. The hold was broken there by Joe, and Joe just stomped on the throat, on the esophagus of Tommy Capone.
That not only hurts, but
on somebody.
It pushes the air right out of your chest.
Oh,
again.
Another stomp with the Pele shoes of Gypsy Joe.
And you know what's interesting? The only thing wrong with that, he had his hand on the rope there. The referee said, "Don't do that." Nothing about chopping him on the throat.
YT.
Said, don't hold the rope.
YT going to get him a little bit, the micro mini pip. YT choking Capone over the bottom rope as Norman was tied up with Joe over here in the near corner. Gypsy Joe now methodically stalking Tommy Capone. Capone at least half the age of Gypsy Joe, but Joe right now taking it to him.
And that's what makes the Syndicate crew so dangerous when you wrestle, is YT in the corner. You never know what he might be up to next. What's Joe going up?
Gypsy Joe hasn't left his feet since 1943, but this time he did with the thunderous boot across the face of Tommy Capone and back into the rear chin lock.
Oh, look at that, just holding it out. Saw Scott Walker put that on one of the Detroit Red Wings. Scott Walker, yeah, it's a Predator. I want to say hello to all the fans who came up and said hello to me the last 4 weeks while I was off TV at the Predators game.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Hey, what happened to me? Did your phone get disconnected? You forgot to call me?
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, right. Nobody wants to work with. Well, what happened since I left? Let's see. Steve-O, gone. Mikey Woods, he doesn't even want to work with you anymore.
No.
See, next thing you know, you pull my name out.
Mikey Woods is still mad at me because I got names wrong. He said he's never going to be associated with me again because of that. He got too much heat for it. Capone working his way back to his feet here against the Godfather Gypsy Joe on NWA Main Event Television, and the right boot right up underneath, right in the solar plexus. Now, Tommy Capone takes him down once again, and Joe now paying attention to the crowd. I didn't think he could hear him.
No, I don't think he... I can't even hear you. I need the headset, okay?
Very loud here at Freddy's Auction House, the sportatorium of the great exciting wrestling action you will see each and every Saturday night. And Joe just touched you in Spanish.
He said, "I feel good."
Joe, boot right up underneath, right in the solar plexus. Now, Tommy Capone takes him down once again, and Joe now paying attention to the crowd. I didn't think he could hear him.
No, I don't think he... I can't even hear you. I need the headset, okay?
Very loud here at Freddy's Auction House, the sportatorium of the great exciting wrestling action you will see each and every Saturday night. And Joe just touched you in Spanish.
He said, "I feel good."
Joe.
Actually, I was hanging out with Joe for a couple days. The Syndicate crew flew everybody out to the Dogmeister's house in Malibu for a week. We had a good time. Dogmeister, thanks for the house. It was really cool.
The Dogmeister and LA Player in the same room at the same time?
At the same time.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Capone firing back up here on Gypsy Joe. Right hands to the gut there, drops him down. A right hand to the throat, it looked like. And Capone fired up. Referee Norman trying to back him out of the corner here. Capone now stalking Joe, a kick to the gut there. Capone now picks him up by his hair, backs him into the corner. Big right hand to the chest. Woo! Ric Flair chop there on Tommy Capone. Capone, another Flair chop there on Gypsy Joe.
Yeah, but you're just playing games. Gypsy Joe's been written off more times than a bad business lunch, but you know what? He keeps coming back. Joe is just getting started.
In the full Nelson, and Joe with the donkey kick silences the offense of Tommy Capone.
And that comes from experience, years of experience. He knew what he needed to do to get the job done. Referee didn't see it, as I said before, Lee. It's only illegal if you get caught, and he didn't get caught.
Joe now still on the offensive as Capone with a little outburst there. Couldn't capitalize on it, and Joe cut him off. So now Joe back in control with another kick to the gut. Very methodical, the way Gypsy Joe takes apart his opponent, Sean.
Exactly. We saw it earlier. He started up with in the throat area, the esophagus. He's working his way down.
Because Gypsy Joe doesn't have a lot of offensive maneuvers to hurt you with. He basically relies on his fist and his head.
Exactly. Don't let his stature and his age fool you, folks. This guy can pull up energy and strength that is unbelievable.
Tommy Capone nips up center of the ring. Gypsy Joe does it. No, Capone right into the side of the head. Capone over in the corner firing up on the Godfather. Now takes him back into the ropes, whips him across. Capone now catches Gypsy Joe. And Joe just kneed him in Neverland.
I don't think he needed him. No, I think he was just kind of stepping away and Tommy dropped down. It was kind of a botched move there.
Looking like Gary Anderson in the win over the Ravens in the middle of the ring with the kick.
Oh, by the way, botched moves, Lee. I got a card with my name on it. I hear you've been having problems with people's names recently.
Yeah, bite me.
Yeah.
Joe on top of Capone here. After the low blow, does Tommy have any kids already? I hope so.
Yeah, he does. He has a beautiful young son. He loves him dearly. Matter of fact, that's why Tommy's been gone.
That's the pistol, right?
Yeah, that's the pistol, baby. That's why you haven't seen Tommy on our cards recently, because he's been spending the last 3-4 weeks with his son.
Capone trying to get back to his feet. Joe wasting a lot of time here letting Tommy get to his feet, but Joe really prefers a man standing so he can just punch him and headbutt him. Once he gets on the mat, Joe just kind of leaves him alone here.
By the way, have you noticed Joe's new belt? He picked that up on Melrose while we're out on our little Syndicate Crew confab out in Malibu. That's going to be the fashion across the nation, that yellow belt he's wearing today.
Who paid for this trip?
The Dogmeister, dude. He flew us all out on his private Lear jet. Matter of fact, Dogmeister, tell Sammy I left the surfboard. His next door neighbor, Sammy Hagar. I left him by the side of the house.
Capone firing up on Gypsy Joe. YT up on the ring apron now. Capone right hands and lefts to the face. Now he sees YT. Capone over to the backside of the ring. He's got YT.
As I mentioned,
Wait a
YT,
minute, Joe,
there we go.
Joe rolls him up. Joe's got him down. The
Tommy.
referee down. 1, 2, 3 count. And Gypsy Joe just stole one and beat the former television champion right here at Freddy's in Columbia, Tennessee. I can't believe it. Tommy Capone distracted by YT. Gypsy Joe rolls him up. The referee asking him on the outside now, but I don't think he saw it while it was going on. I don't think he can reverse his decision. Let's wait and see what referee Norman says. Wait a minute. Is he going to do?
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Listen to the crowd here. They want the decision. What's Norman doing?
It's 2004. It's the year of the Syndicate Crew. This is what we talked about during our confab in Malibu. It's a win for Gypsy Joe.
Joe gets the win here after he pulled the trunks of Tommy Capone here, NWA Main Event Television. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Much, much more. The best wrestling in the Mid-South right here in just a minute. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm John, and I'm here at the Inferno Bar, and we're here to interview the legend, Gypsy Joe. Gypsy?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in the business?
Like 2 days or something like that.
Only 2 days?
That's right.
Well, the fans want to know a little bit more about you. They really, really love you, and they want to know how long you've been in the business, where you're from, and just...
Well, I'm from Romania, and I've been in the business 43 years. That's enough.
Well, 43 years, that's a long time. Have you ever thought about retiring?
Oh, you got to ask the big man up there about that. That I don't know myself.
Well, if you're not thinking about retiring anytime soon, what do you think about the new Tommy Big Figure that Charming Charles brought in?
That's a made-up clothing or something, I heard. How could that be a person? That's somebody out there that make these threads over here that we wear in the street.
But Tommy Big Fury is supposed to be on the rise right now.
On the rise? That's gonna take a long time, my man.
Whoa, can we get some help in here? We need some help in here. What's going on? Somebody get some help. Get some help in here. I don't know what's going on. We're trying to interview Joe. We can't get no help in here.
It's my time. Your days are out. Get out of the way before I kill you. Remember, Joe, Tommy Big Figure has spoken.